Five, four, three, two, one.
Ooh, welcome to the Real Ones Podcast. I'm Shane.
And I'm Dan.
And welcome in for another show.
Where shit gets real and it stays there.
We smoke purple.
On a Sunday.
Hey. We're back.
What up?
Shit, man. Feels good to be doing it again. I'm actually starting to feel comfortable when we sit down to do this now.
Totally.
The first couple were like, we were a little iffy, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we're like, how do we do this, But, yeah, it's good to be back. Been on the road. Good to be back in the man cave. Talking to your dumbass again.
Finally got the man cave filled out a little bit.
I see that. We got some stuff done today, or yesterday. Yep. Sorry.
We're waiting for this fucking shit to come forever. Your fucking I'm going to have a hard time not fucking laughing every time I see that shit behind you.
Dude, I got home and I had like 14 boxes piled up in my door. I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Went a little ham on eBay, huh?
Thought somebody had a shopping addiction or something?
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I think you and me were so fucking high the night we were looking at all those. And I woke up the next morning and we just had a bunch of weird shit bookmarked.
Yep.
I said, fuck it. Just fucking put in the order.
Fuck it. So
yeah, now we got, now it doesn't feel so empty in here. Hopefully this will actually probably help with the sound a little bit too.
Woo! Look at that. Where are we going?
Oh shit.
Where are we going this week?
Going to Spain, man.
You excited or what?
I am fucking beyond excited, dude. To be honest, I have not taken, I've gone on plenty of trips the last 5, 6, 7 years, but I haven't gone anywhere just for the sole purpose of going on a vacation.
Just leisure.
Enjoy myself, you know? It's always like a little bit of business involved, or just it's a trip that I'm going somewhere where I wouldn't normally go by choice, and I try to make it into something fun while I'm there. But this is going to be different.
Like the last vacation you went on was probably like Hawaii with your grandparents, and you like
when I was a kid.
You wanted to be there, but you didn't because you were with your grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good, dude. It's gonna be so tight. Like, honestly, Barcelona is one of the most beautiful cities that I have ever been to. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got so many like ancient artifacts that you got to go see.
Museums and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you call them artifacts, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of like monumental shit.
Monuments and
like this. There's a church there. I honestly forget how to pronounce it. It's like the Sagrada Familia or something like that. You know, it's tight. Super
I'm
tight.
excited, man. Like we were getting ready for this trip, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I even have a fucking passport. Like, I had one when I was a little kid. Definitely haven't traveled out of the country since I turned 18.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Mexico on, like, a cruise when I was a kid, like, fucking 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just excited, man. This is, you were already going, and you just kind of, like, talked me into it, spur of the moment.
Yep.
I kind of went out of my comfort zone and just, like, went ahead and committed to it without really thinking about it too much. You know what
badass.
I mean?
I remember I got on my IG story with Eric, and I was like, we need to get Shane on the plane to Spain.
A little bit of peer pressure probably worked.
Yep, I got you on the plane. See, that's the church I'm talking about right there. Still doesn't have the name up on it.
Looks like fucking Disneyland.
Dude, it's fucking bad.
Doesn't it look like the fucking Disney castle, whatever that shit is?
They might have even, I don't even know. It could be. It could be what they modeled that after. I apologize. My voice is a little hoarse today, to be honest. I don't know. My allergies or something.
I can't wait to fucking see this spot, dude. We're pretty close to the beach, basically right on the beach.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking badass, dude. It's just nice to get away, man. It's nice to go see a different culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, the U.S. gets fucking old, man. It's just a rat race, a fucking money race. You know what I'm saying? Like, people's core values here are just fucking money.
People live differently around the world. Dude, you don't think about it unless you travel.
In Spain, bro, like, they work pretty much they open like whenever they want, and then they like close down at 4 for like a fucking nap, you know?
Siesta,
a siesta. They call it a siesta. And then they open back up for dinner and drinks around like 8 or 9, and they'll be open till, like the early morning, like 1 or 2 in the morning,
I wonder if in the future, all the cultures will kind of have blended, you know what I mean, in some way. Like, hopefully they'll take the best aspects of each culture. Like, I'm sure there's some things that American culture could take from fucking Spanish culture and Chinese culture and all different cultures around the world, and we could all be a little bit better in one way or another, you know?
I really hope so. I hope whatever if we do that and we adopt one worldwide culture, I hope we adopt Thai food. Dog, I went to Banana Leaf last night.
Oh yeah, I saw those pictures on your
Dude,
story.
so fire. If you live in
You
the
got the
Bay,
shit in the pineapple?
yeah, if you live in the Bay and you like Thai food, it's actually Malaysian food. You know, they have pad Thai there and shit. Go check out fucking Banana Leaf, man. Super fire if you live in the Bay.
Yeah, I can vouch for that one too. The
Yeah.
place is on point. All right, man. Did you do your homework?
I sure did. You want me to start?
Either way, I got some heaters lined up here for you.
Why don't you go first, man?
You're on the keys. I'm gonna need some research for some of these for sure.
I got you. Let me get back to Google here.
Okay, I'll start off with this one. This isn't what I had first, but it's probably most relevant. You just got back from Denver, right?
Mm-hmm.
How fucking weird is DIA, bro?
Dude, DIA is a trip, dog. All the stories that they've had on that shit too,
I
like
threw down a couple of facts for you here, right?
rumors or whatever.
It was privately funded and cost about $5 billion.
Really?
$2 million under budget.
Under?
Right? Under budget, I think, yeah, or over budget. It was more than okay. Regardless, probably gonna have to fact check that. But,
shit in the United States is usually over budget.
But it was privately funded. That's the craziest
Who
part
by
about
who?
it. It's the most insane fucking airport with crazy underground bunkers and shit, and it was privately funded.
By?
That's what I want to know. Let's see. It's more than twice the size of the next biggest airport in the U.S.
Dude,
and
it's got
it goes at least 5 stories underground.
Damn.
Let's see what else I got.
It's
here.
got a train, dude. I hate taking that fucking train, bro. Takes forever.
What is it? What's up with that place, dude? Why is it like that? What's up with all the weird fucking artwork on the walls and shit? And
It's out in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's like a fucking hour from the city.
yeah, and there's these weird fucking I forget what it's called. There's some crazy tablet that has just like weird inscriptures about fucking the apocalypse and shit. There's just like all kinds of fucking Freemasonry symbolism
Dude.
and shit there. It's trippy, dude. Like it's an airport, you know what I'm saying? It's in Denver. Why Denver? Why is the Denver one so weird?
I don't know. I just typed in Denver airport rumors. Theories, rumors, and facts. Denver airport conspiracy. Is this what you want me to look up?
Oh, bro, that horse is fucking creepy though. What's up with that thing, dude?
What the fuck's up with this is what I want to
And
know.
that dude, a crazy story. The guy who like engineered or designed or built that horse, the fucking head fell off while they were constructing it, and it killed him.
Really?
Yeah, look at that fucking creepy looking horse, dude.
With the red eyes and shit?
Like, what the fuck is with that? I'm a Bronco fan, but what the fuck is with that?
I don't know, dude. It's fucking trippy.
There's a lot of fucking weird shit. Like, what is it about Denver? I mean, I get the fact that if you think about it, it's like a pretty strategic.
$2 billion over budget.
Okay, over budget.
Most salacious airport themed conspiracy theories. What
So
is it?
$5 billion total.
$5 billion total.
I mean, I get okay, Denver's kind of in a strategic position as far as like
Defense.
as far as location. It's in the mountains. It's and the other thing is like when you drive to DIA, why the have you ever been to another airport that is just out in the middle of nowhere like that?
No, that's what I was saying. It's fucking weird, man. Like, what's their? I've heard so many rumors that like a bunch of rich people have bunkers down there and shit for like when the world ends and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think if anything, it's probably just a strategic place to hide, essential military personnel in the event of a catastrophe. If I had to guess, along with all kinds of crazy other weird shit, it's fucking at least 5 stories underground, bro. It's like underground.
So it's like a modern Noah's Ark, is what you're saying?
Who knows, bro? Like, think about all the shit that you see on top of the ground. It's a huge airport. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. And just to think that there's even more underground, you know? It's weird, bro.
It is very weird. So, this motherfucker is 33,531 acres.
Jesus.
Fucking huge. Yeah.
I always hated driving out there, dude.
I
It's
don't-
like you drive out there and you're like, why is the airport here?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely fucking... It's a mystery, you know? Nobody really... Who's allowed down there? That's what I want to know.
I'm sure it's probably staffed with all kinds of fucking people with like top clearance and shit that work for probably a multitude of different agencies.
Right, because they have like NORAD in Colorado Springs and shit. Like, isn't that where like our like #1 missile defense fucking shit is.
Some shit like that. All I'm saying is it's definitely a strategic military location. I think just for like the where it is on the map, it's close to just the
Right.
middle
I
of
mean,
the landmass.
it's right in the middle.
You know?
It's probably like one of the highest parts of the middle of the continent, right? The Rockies or whatever. Even though the airport's not in the Rockies, but
I don't know. I don't think anyone really knows. I'm just saying. I want to know. It trips me out. I think about it every time I'm there.
Dude, even like way back when my dad lived there in like the 90s, dude. It was still like a mystery, you know what I'm saying? Like people still haven't figured it out.
People talked about it back then too.
Yeah. There's like
pull up pictures of the artwork. That's what I was looking at when I wrote this shit down because I was just like, all right, what the fuck?
all right, hold on.
Just type in like murals or artwork at Denver International Airport.
Let's see what we can find here.
Look at that weird shit, bro.
What the fuck? This is like an ancient church, something or what is that?
I don't know. They got a bigger one of it.
I don't know. Let's see here. Whatever it is, some weird fucking artwork. Have you seen this?
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I was looking at.
It says Peace, Alpha, or some shit.
This one's not quite as creepy. It kind of just looks like a bunch of different people coming together. But what are they stomping out? That fucking knight? It looks like
They're stomping somebody out. There's some doves.
or somebody died.
Look
there.
at this. Look at this guy. What's this?
Just like, why is this up at the airport? You know?
I want to know what that is. That's evil right there. There's like an eye, a mouth. It's like a
Peace.
It's like a scream mask.
It looks like there's stuff written in script, like different languages and stuff.
There's peace, paz, alafia. What's that? Isn't that some terrorist organization?
I don't think you're. I don't know. I'm too dumb for that. But what I mean, how do you explain this weird shit? There's other weird ones too, man. See what else you can find there. Or that might be a close up of the same. Yeah.
Here we go. There's like a trumpet, a monkey playing a trumpet or something.
I fuck with that one.
Yeah, that one's cool.
I don't know, man.
DIA.
It's weird to think about, man. Like what? Why isn't that just a regular old airport?
DIA
What's
is a
going
weird
on
place.
there?
I don't know. I can't. This joint keeps going out. I feel like this happens to me every time.
Start talking.
Yeah, it's not easy to talk and smoke. I'll tell you guys that.
Yeah, see, I did the same fucking thing. I hated this.
And when I'm smoking, when we're both smoking, it's like a long, fucking, awkward silence. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of times we get super high before these, or we don't get that high all day because we're like, oh, I'm gonna get super high in the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
No, I'm gonna be honest. I was writing music all morning. I'm like really fucking high.
Yeah. I didn't get high for a while this morning. I woke up, I had a bunch of shit I had to do.
Yeah.
And I knew we were going to fucking try to fit this in. And I started getting high like an hour before you got here. And I
just got these fucking bad boys in. Fucking badass.
Butter.
Fucking butter.
Those do look sick. I like the cruise too.
Yeah. I'll lace you up. I brought some shit for you.
We got to put some swag packs together for people.
Swag
Start getting 'em
packs.
out there.
Swag packs coming soon. Trap packs. All right, here's my first one, man.
Get the CCC shit rolling too.
Yeah, we gotta get CCC merch for sure, and real ones.
Yep.
Merch coming soon, for show. For show, though. All right, first one for me. All I wrote down, uncharted territory on Earth, man. There's like the Mariana Trench, right? Is that how you... Mariana.
Yeah.
Sorry, fucking...
I don't know which one it is.
Mariana.
Deep ass shit.
The deep ass shit, bro. What do you think's down there?
Just before we move on, we were looking for shit, and I didn't feel like we quite hit the level of creepy that we were looking for. That guy right there with the gas mask and the AK.
Whoa.
What's up with him? Gas mask, AK, sword, and some kind of looks like military.
At an airport? You know what I'm saying?
At an airport with people like cowering in fear down there. Like what?
That's not supposed to be.
Is that Jesus on the left? Is that some kind of spirit? Like what?
That's not supposed to be at an airport, dude. That's like straight terrorist shit.
This is one I want to do some homework on and revisit. This is going to carry over maybe a couple of episodes.
All right.
We need to do our homework and figure out what the fuck's going on here.
For sure.
I want to know who designed these pieces.
Yep.
What significance they play.
Yep.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
We're gonna
shit.
get to the motherfucking bottom of this fucking.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all good.
Your real one that you were hitting me with.
Yep, I was honestly watching Planet Earth the other day, and
Almost
obviously Planet Earth, Planet Earth covers all the places of the Earth that we can see, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what about I asked myself, are there any places on Earth that we have never been to? And there totally are.
Fuck
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look it up.
Even places where you wouldn't think, like remote parts of Siberia and shit, where there's just nobody.
Places humans have never been on Earth.
I think we've sent probes down to the trench though, or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they've came back though. See, like, look at this. There's this crazy shit. 10 places you are not allowed to go. No, that's not what I want.
I see those all the time on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not getting a very good Google result right now. But yeah, there's some like super fucking steep mountains that we've never been to the top to. There's the whoa.
Oh,
Shithole.
not killing it.
I'm sorry. My fucking phone's hooked up to my computer and I don't know. I can't figure out how to not do that. It's on silent. Anyways, there's like the Mariana Trench. There's some high mountains we haven't been to. And I want to ask you, do you think we're ever gonna get the technology to send like a human down there, for instance? Or do you think the pressure is too high? Like,
I think they'll be able to make those underwater probes that can go deep enough. I'm pretty sure those things already go really fucking deep.
they do?
Know?
Yeah, I'm talking about a fucking human though.
How big is that Marianas Trench? I think it's fucking 20. I think it's almost 30,000 feet. I'm pretty sure you can fit Mount Everest inside it, like if height wise, you know.
That is fucking insane. Hold on.
Some of those, like the 10 places you can't go, like I hear a lot of that bullshit about how nobody's allowed to go to Antarctica. Like a lot of the flat Earth people are like, yeah, Antarctica, fucking government won't let you go there. All this shit. There's plenty of people that have gone to Antarctica.
Really? Yeah.
There's plenty of, there's been plenty of research done there. Plenty of people have taken trips there.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to Antarctica.
So it's a fucking rumor. So here we go. Look, Mariana Trench is 36,200 feet, dude.
Fuck yeah. I think Everest is only, what, like 28?
Yeah, 28.
Oh, 29.
29.
35. 29,035 feet.
36,200.
Jesus Christ.
36,280 feet divided by... Dude, that's like 6.8 miles.
Get the fuck out.
6.8 miles down, dude.
Deep, dude. What is down there? The craziest thing to me is not about, like... Yeah, I do think we'll probably be able to come up with some kind of technology where we can get down there, or at least send probes down there, or some kind of... We'll build something that can withstand the pressure, because that's the main thing you're worried about down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The craziest thing to me, bro, is the kinds of fucking animal life that lives down there.
Crazy.
There's crazy fish and shit down there that have, like, thin fucking tiny little skin. They almost look like jellyfish. They're, like, translucent or transparent. You can see fucking through them.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking crazy. Like, how did those animals adapt to be able to do that shit? Especially to be able to take those pressures with, like...
The pressure is crazy, dude. And there's, like, a ton of fish that, like, light up and shit down there, right? Like...
Bioluminescent?
You know what else is crazy about this subject, too, is fucking... We're trying to, like, plan this fucking crazy trip to Mars and shit right now. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get to Mars, but we haven't even been to the bottom of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro.
What the fuck? Let's get our priorities in line, people. Let's get to the bottom of this thing, literally.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think, actually, okay. I'm pretty sure I seen a commercial about, so it's like a fucking Dos Equis commercial or some shit.
Terrible.
I'm pretty sure there's a Dos Equis commercial or some shit like that about some guy who I think his dad was the first guy to, like, reach the highest point or whatever in, like, an air balloon or some shit. Like, he broke some barrier or some shit. Like, he achieved something with
Stay
height.
thirsty, my friends.
Yeah, some shit like that. And then his son did the same thing by, like, getting to the bottom of the Marianas Trench, or he got to the lowest point on Earth or some shit. You should just look up, has anybody ever been there? I'm pretty sure they have.
Down to the bottom? The very bottom?
Pretty sure.
Oh, so I'm just totally wrong. This is... When I
think,
typed in places humans haven't been, this came up.
well, dude, I mean, it's unexplored in the sense of we don't know what the fuck lives down there. Like, every single time they go down to one of these places, they find new species. Every single year they discover new species and shit. That's the craziest part about it to me, is that we still don't know. Like, we think of, like, oh, these animals exist here. This animal went extinct. Like, this is the history of evolution and animals on this planet. And then you realize, like, oh, they still discover new shit all the time that they had no idea existed. Usually it's really small shit, you know? But down at the bottom of the ocean, bro, there could be all kinds of crazy shit down there that's significant and big, or it just has crazy different things that we don't know about that they have no idea even exist.
Oh, yeah. 100%. This is what the top Google search came up with. I said, has anyone been to the bottom of the Mariana Trench? It's 7 miles below the surface, and it's north of Guam, and the director of the Titanic, James Cameron,
Yep.
made a lifelong goal of reaching the bottom. And this was in 2013, so I don't know if he's done it yet.
I'm pretty sure he did.
We're rooting for you, Cameron.
All right, let's see what I got here.
What you got for me? I need to roll another joint. This one was terrible, dude. Terrible. Jason motherfucking Terry.
What if it becomes possible in our lifetime for scientists to bring back dinosaurs?
Oh my god. Dude,
right now it's not possible, right?
Yeah.
But they have found soft tissue of, like, mammoths and shit like that. Like, they could probably bring the mammoths back right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
No, be real.
They
found it in the ice, and they can make a
yeah, no, they found like full. The thing is, mammoths were around like 10,000 years ago or some shit. Dinosaurs are millions and millions of years old. So all the shit they find of dinosaurs is fossilized. So it's basically rock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But so it doesn't usually have like
tissue culture. Or
yeah,
whatever.
so it's not gonna have they're not gonna be able to get the genetic code.
Mm-hmm.
But for mammoths and shit, like they could probably bring them back right now. And if not, they're figuring out how to do shit with like gene sequencing and all this crazy shit where they're gonna be, if they don't have it all, they'll just like, I don't know, fill it in with some fucking frog shit or some rhino shit or something.
Can they clone humans right now?
They can clone, I don't know how recently, but they definitely have cloned monkeys.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And the first primates to ever be cloned like happened recently, like within the last few years, I think.
But so when you get cloned, say if it happens in our lifetime and I clone myself, right? is it transfer? Is it a different person, or would I like?
Yeah, it's a different person.
So it's a.
But is it a person? That's what I want to know.
But like, so it would have a different like psychological. It would have a different conscience than me, right?
Dude, there's an AI human in Saudi Arabia that has human citizenship right now. It's being considered a human.
What? AI? Is being considered a human? He's got a passport and everything?
Pretty sure. Look up Saudi Arabia AI girl or whatever.
Oh, man, this is fucked up.
I mean, it's not cloning. It's not biological. It's machine.
So, what'd you say? Human citizen AI? Or
Saudi Arabia.
God, I don't know how to spell any of this.
S-A-U-D-I.
S?
S-A-U-D-I.
A-U-D-I.
Got an extra U in there?
S-A-U-D-I. D-I.
Space A-R.
Uh-huh.
A-B-I-A.
Okay. AI.
AI girl.
Girl. AI girl.
Citizen or some shit.
Sophia.
Meet Sophia. There it is. The first robot.
What?
The first robot declared a citizen by Saudi Arabia.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
She's creepy too, dude. What's this shit?
What is going on? Is that her? No.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but...
That's a freak, too.
That's her.
What?
That's Sophia.
Hello. Hi, Sophia.
Oh, my God. What?
I believe I am Sophia. It appears if I know you.
You can tell they don't get the... It's so hard to replicate the millions and millions of fucking facial movements that humans can make to express shit.
I know.
They can get the voice right, you know? Like, the most impressive part of it to me is like the speech.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound stupid like old like forms of Siri used to sound. Like
ex-
I will see you at the
No, yeah.
Remember the old shit you could download on your computer with that fucking purple gorilla?
Yeah.
You could type it and he would say shit.
Yeah.
And when you were a little kid, like 10 years old, that was the
God,
coolest
that
thing.
was funny. Dude, is Saudi Arabia like super advanced in this shit? Like I thought they were like, I mean,
That's where all the oil comes from, I'm pretty
so
sure.
they got dough and they're putting it into AI.
I
just
dude,
thought-
everybody's putting it. Dude, AI is crazy, man.
I'm scared.
It's coming along quick.
I'm so scared for the
Way
world.
quicker than we're going to be prepared to handle it. We are so baked. What fucking...
I have no idea.
What do we
Clones
even
or
start
something?
on here?
Clones it?
Yeah, dinosaurs. If
Dinosaurs.
it becomes... Okay, my question
Dinosaurs.
was, so right now they can't do it, right? But they can start bringing back some of the stuff
Right.
that is fucking... And dude, as the poles are melting,
Mhm.
all this
They're
new
finding new
shit is
shit.
becoming uncovered. You know what I mean?
They're finding new shit.
And I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. Like, what if they do get to the point where they could bring back dinosaurs and we could have a real Jurassic Park?
Fuck that. You seen
No?
what happens?
In the movie,
they're gonna
with
break
Steven
out of
Spielberg.
Dude, they're gonna break out eventually and we're fucked.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, we
Yes.
can build some crazy shit. And even if they
No.
get out, like they're not gonna be on an island with no fucking military and shit. It would obviously have to be
Dude.
out there in the middle of
Dude,
nowhere.
if a pack of fucking T-Rexes got out,
You wouldn't have a pack though. You just have like one. You'd have a pack of raptors.
I don't know.
You know what else is crazy,
that-
bro? What'll
dude.
trip you out? A velociraptor, an actual velociraptor, which was what they always called the raptors in Jurassic Park, right?
Mhm.
They're tiny.
I know.
They're fucking tiny. They're like
Yeah.
20, 30 pounds.
Yeah.
They're like tiny little things. Those things are modeled after a different
Okay,
one.
okay. I would be down to bring them back, but like, don't you think we should be careful about like which ones we bring back? Like, you don't want to. We're at the top of the food chain right now. You don't want to bring something back that threatens that, do you?
Yeah, but you can't threaten a population of 7 billion with one of any animal, really.
You're
That
right.
we know of.
You're right.
Past or present.
No,
A
you're right.
T-Rex, like, they'll just, okay, there's a T-Rex. All right, get the fucking grenade launcher.
It would have to. It would take a lot of them. Yeah.
You know, it's not like Jurassic Park where everybody's fucking shooting them with
Yeah.
fucking AR bullets and they just don't do anything
Yeah.
to them. Like those would actually do something
We're
to
shooting
them.
'em.
Especially if you in Jurassic Park, they're getting lit up with fucking hundreds of rounds and nothing happens to them. The big guys, it would not be like that in real life. I'm just saying.
We just shoot them with a missile and call it a day.
I'd say. I mean, I'm not saying we do it,
Okay,
but
let's do it.
I think it would be pretty cool.
You got me. You convinced me. Let's fucking do
But
it.
then you look at it from like the fucking SeaWorld aspect and shit too. Like, do we want to bring animals back just for our own entertainment? And like also the fact that we didn't. It's not like it's an animal that we hunted to extinction. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it got blown up by a fucking rock.
Yeah, there are
they
other
got blown
animals that we've hunted to extinction that you could make the case for bringing back and having it be for ethical reasons.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
But
Yeah.
I don't think you could really justify bringing back a T-Rex. But my point being is, like, maybe at some point in the future they're going to be able to bring shit back. Or definitely if they can't bring shit that's millions of years old like that, they could still bring back, like, woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers and shit like that. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
What
I
if they
mean,
bring back a fucking saber-toothed tiger, bro?
That'd be so badass, dude. I mean, there's so many animals going extinct. Like we're in like when I went up to Alaska, I'm pretty sure this is true too. I haven't fact checked it though, but they told me we're in the sixth biggest extinction right now, like
Sixth
ever.
grade extinction
Ever.
event, yeah.
ever. So that means that like an animal goes extinct like every day. You just
Yeah.
don't hear about it, you know, or you've probably never heard of the species. But dude,
Tons of animals are going extinct.
coral reefs are dying every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better go see that shit when you like now. Like, we need to go to Cancun and like go scuba.
Bro, I
diving.
used to have that shit in my fish tank. So
I
why you think
know.
I was so into that shit?
I know.
It's fucking like literally going scuba diving
It's
every day.
gone.
It's crazy.
And now the shit, it's going away.
A lot of that shit, yeah, is
Like a lot of species that are dying are in the ocean, so we don't see it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But like, we are in the sixth biggest extinction in the history of our fucking planet right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy. It's fucked up, man.
yeah. It's
fucked up.
crazy to think about. And it's crazy to have to wonder like how much of it is man made? Like how much of it is our fault?
I a lot. Two.
Half of my brain thinks a lot. half of my brain thinks,
bro.
we're so insignificant.
No, we're
but,
not.
But then you think that there's fucking
Dude, that's
7
what-
billion of us.
Dude, that's what big money says. We're insignificant. Dude,
No, I get that.
this
I know
Earth is
you're
only
right.
supposed to hold like 500 million people. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all the trash in the fucking ocean, all the oil spills, X, Y, Z, all this shit, dude, we are a much bigger impact than you think.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that 500 million? I'm just weird. Like, sometimes my mind locks onto these stats, and sometimes I fucking remember them wrong because I'm a stoner. But that 500 million thing, there's some kind of crazy tablet. I forget where. It might be like Stonehenge or some shit like that, where it says it's like a.
Yeah, it's a big stone.
Yeah, and then it
Yeah.
says that like this planet is meant to hold 500 people.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking
If
weird.
you exceed that number, bad things will happen.
Yeah, let's check it out. I remember seeing this too, bro. This shit trippy. This shit trippy right here. Look. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature.
In perpetual balance with nature.
We are way out of balance, my friend.
I'd have to agree, man.
But yeah.
What can you do, though? What can you do as just like an everyday
An individual?
person?
Nothing. You can't
Is
do
that
shit.
just letting ourselves off the hook? Saying that we can't do shit? I mean, we could all do more, right?
No, I mean, an individual needs to start like a revolution, you know what I'm saying? And that's tough. That's like really.
It takes a bunch of individuals, though, man.
You would have to like get rid of this shit. We'd have to go back like 50 years and stay there. People ain't willing to do that, man. You know?
It's so hard with technology, man.
Our
and like,
brain-
with
we
just
have
the way the world is going.
Yeah, we've adapted to technology now, and it's like,
Even
I don't want to go without this thing.
I know, man. I know how it is. It's too hot.
You
Like,
know?
and some days I do.
Some
You know what I mean?
days-
Some
some
days you want to
days.
get away, but at the end of the day, like in today's world, you have to stay connected for most things in life.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
To make
It's-
money, to get places now, like
I think
GPS.
a lot of people feel underlying guilt though. They like I feel like as humans, everybody can feel this underlying tension like between us and the fucking world,
Right.
just like all the other fucking organisms and species on the world that we're having an impact on,
Yeah.
and from the fucking climate fighting back, and from just all these people that come from all these different places in the world that have all these different beliefs, and everybody's getting technology now, and everything is just so instantaneous with the internet, like
Yep.
it's all like coming to a head. You know what I
And
mean?
people don't want to get rid of that shit, bro. They just want to keep getting more and more and more. Make shit easier and easier and easier.
The weird thing about it, though, what I'm saying is, I feel like there's this underlying thing going on in the world and society right now that like everybody can feel, and nobody just knows exactly what it is or how to like put their finger on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all the shit that's going wrong in the world right now. It's fucking Trump. You know what I mean? Everybody's fucking. It's North Korea. It's fucking.
Well, that's the thing, dude. It's like when it comes to fucking this planet up, the U.S. is like the hub. We are the biggest consumer fucking continent or whatever nation.
We use more energy per person than any other nation by a long shot.
We make more trash. You know what I'm saying? Like we consume more, therefore we throw more shit away. Therefore it ends up in the fucking ocean. Like, dude, have you seen this shit? What's it called? Like trash. I'm just gonna put like trash island.
Yeah.
Trash
fucking
in Pacific. Right? Check this out.
floating island of trash.
Check this out, bro.
Look at all that.
Look at
plastic.
that, dude. Look at that.
And whether
Look at this.
whether this is overstated by people and made to look more or sound worse than it is, like looking at these pictures, this is from somewhere. This
Right.
might not be that exact thing, but these pictures of fucking huge.
Here, it's called the plastic vortex. Right here.
See, but is it that big? Is it really the size of the United States almost?
No, I mean,
Or
dude,
at least the size of
Photoshop
Canada?
is
That's what I wonder.
Photoshop is a motherfucker,
And
dude.
okay, go back to that picture.
Which one?
That one of the map you just pulled up.
The vortex.
Yeah. So that means if you're flying to Hawaii, I mean, I guess you're gonna barely miss it. But if it were moved over just a little bit, that would basically mean your entire 6-hour flight to Hawaii, you were flying over trash
Yeah.
the entire time. If
I
that
mean,
pile was moved down just 2 inches.
These
on
are
that
real
map.
fucking pictures right here, though. Look at that. That's like a beach. You know what I'm saying?
You just figure, man, the ocean is all about fucking currents and shit, and like all this stuff collects and it ends up and it gets pushed somewhere, you know?
Dude, it's fucked up, man. We definitely 1000% have an impact on this fucking earth, dude. Look at this.
The one thing
Look at
I'm getting
that.
at though, bro,
Look at
is
that.
when you think when you talk about when you see the statistics about Americans and just what we use and what we're accustomed to. That's why I got that stupid glass water bottle that looks dorky, but now I'm not fucking
No, I got
using a bunch of water bottles.
I
You know
have
what
a
I mean?
fucking I have a metal one cuz I do the hot yoga
Mm-hmm.
and you need to bring a fucking metal thing in there, like it's like a thermal thing cuz you don't want your water to get hot, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to bring plastic in there cuz it'll get hot and that's bad. Then it'll like leach into the water, you know, like anyways. I'm not using plastic water bottles either.
It's just
So.
I never thought about this shit until a couple of years ago. Like until at least my mid 20s, I never thought about like my impact on
I
the
know.
environment.
You're just
And
like, oh, I'm one person, ignorant and young. Like, oh, I can't change it. I'm just gonna. If you can't beat them, join them. You know.
yeah, and I'm not even I do not want to sound all fucking high and mighty like, oh, I'm Mr. fucking eco-friendly. I'm definitely not in any way,
yeah.
and I'm not saying that you should have to or you should feel guilty if you don't do this or that.
Right.
I'm just saying like little things now, like lights. When people leave lights on, it fucking drives me nuts.
Dude,
when
my
they're not
mom
in
is
some-
instilled that. I always make sure
Me too.
That's
dude.
PG&E bill, man.
Me too, man.
I turn all them bitches on.
And then when I like we get in here, you know, I'll be turning off lights all day, and then we get in here and we like fire these fucking
know,
bright
right?
lights up, and I'm
For-
like, man, do we really need these? Like for what? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, oh, we
unfortunately-
like the way it looks. You know?
Unfortunately, we need them.
Yeah.
We only run them for 2 hours tops.
I'm just saying, like, would you say your footprint is more or less than the average American? Be real.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked. I mean, more in some ways, less in others. You know, like.
You think about travel and when you have
Yeah.
to get on a plane and fucking.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's a crazy fact though, is that you know, like planes and cars, yeah, they have a lot of emissions, right? But if you stop eating beef,
Yeah.
you will actually reduce your emissions more than if you switch to an electric car. That is a fact, dude. Cows put out methane, right?
Yeah.
Methane is
I know about that shit.
methane is a bad gas just like CO2 or carbon
It's
monoxide.
like a way more potent greenhouse gas.
Yeah, yeah. It's I'm telling you, look it up, man. Stop eating cows. If you really want to be good, stop eating cows and get a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? But at the least, hey, stop eating cows, man. Seriously, you'll reduce the methane. And I thought that was a crazy fucking fact.
When are they gonna start making some more fucking cars like Teslas? Like, why do electric cars have to look like fucking Priuses? Why do they all have to
Okay,
look
here's
like
my
that?
deal with the fucking electric cars, right? You're not really reducing your emissions, right? Because you're charging the motherfucker, right? Which takes nuclear power. But in Tesla's defense now, they just came out with this like big fucking battery wall that they literally knock out a wall in your garage, right? And they build a battery wall. And then they put solar panels on top of your garage that feed that battery wall. And then that battery wall charges your car.
God damn.
So if you do that, then and you stop eating cows, then you're fucking winning.
Tesla also builds these crazy power stations. Look them up. Look like Tesla power facility or some shit like that. They do some kind of they have this facility. I think there's only one of them. Gigafactory. There you go.
Yeah, it's in Reno, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that
Look at that.
monster.
All those fucking panels fully sustainable.
Yep.
I think they said something like 18 of these could power the whole U.S.
Damn, dude.
or the
Hey,
whole.
Elon Musk is about to change. Elon Musk is the only thing we got going for us. It's gonna fucking get us to a more cleaner energy.
Look at all the wind and solar.
Yep.
Fuck yeah,
Dude.
dude.
I fucking love Elon Musk, dude. Like I do. I fuck with him. He's like the one chance we got at saving this planet.
People like that. At least people with ideas like that. You know.
I mean, he's trying at least. I could be totally wrong. There could be some nerd over there like, dude, he's just putting on a show and making a ton of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Well,
from
Tesla loses a ton of money.
right, totally. But
At
from,
least they did for
from
a
what
long
I
time.
from what I can see, the motherfucker's trying to save this planet. You know.
I like him if nothing more for the fucking SpaceX shit.
I just always try to see two sides of the story, but to me, Elon Musk is is changing the world for the better.
Craziest thing is when you look at what what governments all around the world spend on space exploration and space missions and just space research and science in general versus what they spend on other things like fucking defense and, you know,
Defense is the number one fucking expense always, right?
or just military.
Military defense, yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think that like the most game-changing shit being done on like the frontiers of science, especially when it comes to space,
Yeah.
is all privately funded by like rich motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The amount that NASA does and the government does and all that shit is just sad if you think about it.
Totally.
If you think about our reality and what we're supposed like, what could be you're talking about earlier about exploring the shit on Earth that we haven't seen. Like when you think about the Earth is just a tiny little speck of dust.
Totally.
You know
Dude,
what I'm
oh my
saying?
god. Hey, honestly, let's just roll like I think that stemmed from dinosaurs, right? That was your second one.
Yeah.
But you
something
just
like
brought up fucking pretty much you're segueing right into my fucking next one. Here we go. Time travel and outer space. Estimated square footage of the universe. Are there multiverses, etc.? That's exactly what I wrote down. So
That's
let's just take that step by step.
a whole episode right
What do you?
there.
I know. Should we?
No, let's get into it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Step by step. Ready? 1. Time travel. What are your thoughts on that? Is it real? Is it not real? What do you believe in that? Do you think it's possible? Have people done it? Like what's the deal here, Shano?
I have no idea, man. The more you learn about more different shit, the more difficult it is to believe in any one thing. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Dude.
Like, how about all fucking, or a majority of scientists, or at least a whole lot of accredited scientists saying that that the chance that we do not live in a computer simulation is slim.
The chance that we do not live in a computer simulation
Is slim.
slim to none. That is fucking nuts,
There's
dude.
definitely some none in there, but from what I've heard, there are like theoretical physicists and shit and people with fucking brains 1,000,000 times more fucking powerful than mine. You know,
It's crazy, bro.
that say that could be our reality.
That we're just a simulation of somebody else. We're in just a little bubble.
A recreation of some other intelligence. You know what I mean?
Every star is just like somebody peeking in.
And if you think about the creation theory, intelligent design, if that's what you believe in, like it could just be that. What if God was just like the dude who wrote the computer program?
Yeah, fuck, dude. Oh my god.
You know,
He
he's
wrote
like,
it.
all right, I'm gonna write the code for like some sick animals. Like, I got my heap. What if it was just in a warehouse? What if they were building it? What if it's some form of fucking VR, some form of fucking entertainment for some other being that we don't even realize? What if we're just the Sims for some fucking?
Oh my god.
What if we are living in the Sims version, fucking 3018? What if this is it?
Right. Oh my god, dude. I don't know. That like, who are you to say that that's not possible? Though, like, we don't know.
Time travel. You asked me if I believed in time travel.
Right.
You see what I mean? How it's like hard to believe in it because it's like time travel. Sure, we might live in a fucking simulation. Like at this point, 5 years ago, if you would have asked me, I would have said, "Yeah, that shit's all science fiction. None of that shit's possible. None of that shit's possible." For the longest time, like science kept like almost, for the time before we were growing up, the 60s, 70s, like there were discoveries being made, but like the horizon was kind of like closing a little bit.
Right.
We were understanding the vastness of space and shit, but like the things we thought possible, like time travel and shit like that, all just seemed like so fictional. You know what I
Totally.
mean?
No.
Especially as we get older, you know what I mean? And as time goes by and the shit that's happened in science in the last like 20 years, all of a sudden crazy shit is seeming like more and more plausible.
Yeah, totally,
know?
dude. I mean, we live in a crazy ass world. Anyway.
Like that fucking guy.
Yeah, tell me about this. Say we don't live in a fucking simulation. Let's just forget you said all that. Let's say that we live on an organic fucking planet, right? Who's this motherfucker? Look at this, man. This is from like This is from like 1908 or some shit.
14 crazy pictures of people who might just be time travelers.
Look at this guy. He's got some fucking stunners on. He's
Dude,
got
the craziest part is that he has the T-shirt that looks like it's pretty obviously screen printed or something, right?
Right? And these glasses? Look at how old everyone else is. And again, who knows? It could be Photoshopped.
I've
swear
heard that
it's not. They
this
swear
one has
it's
been
not.
looked at a lot.
This is verified, from what I know.
Verified.
This is a real picture. Yeah, I mean,
So the internet says.
fucking pretty.
How about what about you? Eddie Murphy is a time traveler?
Hell yeah, he is.
Damn.
Look at this.
That's fucked up.
This. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, that one's kind of creepy. But man, okay, then you think about there's 7 billion people on the planet. How many people have been on the planet before that are now gone? If you added up all the people that were ever here,
Right.
there's somebody out there. There's probably 5 people out there right now that look almost exactly just like
I know.
you.
It's just like fucking chance, Like,
They'd have different voices and shit, different mannerisms. But if you just took a picture of them, and you lined them up in front of me, and you were like, "Which one's Dan?" I might not get them all.
Totally.
I
mean, 7.5 or there's like 8 something billion on this bitch now, right?
No, I think it's look it up.
Fuck. World population.
What is the current world population?
Oh. 7.6 billion as of December 2017.
Holy shit.
The United Nations estimates it will further increase to 11.8 billion by the year 2100.
God damn!
Oh my god.
Holy shit, dude. 500 million, huh?
We're fucked. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fucked.
I mean, I'm holy shitting at the 11.8, but honestly, by 2100, I would have almost thought more. I think they're probably taking into account that people are having less kids, and that's a trend that's probably going to continue, right?
Yeah.
I don't think people are having children near as much as they used to. They're definitely not having them as early on in life.
I mean, yeah, but then you got your motherfuckers that have like 8.
Yeah.
Like
but
lot.
I feel like that's less and less. Like that was a normal thing in the 50s.
Right.
Was to just like try to spread
shit
your
them
bloodline.
out. Just shit them out.
What is it about fucking men as humans that we just it's instinctual to just want to like spread that fucking seed, you know what I mean?
I just want to fuck. I just want to fuck like a rabbit, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
You're just like it.
Dude, I know, it's insane. I'll be out and I'll just see like a hot girl and just be like, just fucking
It's
locked
instinctual.
in.
Like what you decide to do with that beyond that point is up here.
Right.
But there's something
Your instinct,
like in
you just
here and in here that's instinctual.
Yeah.
When you see someone that you're attracted to.
It's like
you know?
that shot of fucking testosterone or something, dude. Just like, oh my god, it's hard to fight, ladies. It's hard to fight.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't.
Give us
maybe more.
Give us some more credit.
Maybe more countries will start putting in mandated.
Like China.
Yeah, like mandate that you can only have a certain number of kids. I think China actually got rid of that though recently.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure. Square footage of the universe.
You like that?
Dude, and then you're talking about parallel dimensions. Like, how about, like, I was actually just thinking about this the other day. Like, every time you think about the universe and they show you a map of the universe, right?
Uh-huh.
It's always, like, on a flat plane, like, right? Like, when you, not like, you know, when you were a kid and they showed us those fucking maps of the universe.
Right.
Or diagrams. And they still had Pluto on them and shit and counted as a planet. Everything was like in a line, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I always thought about how far everything is out. They always talk about this is this many miles from the sun, this many miles. And when I think of distance and miles, I think of traveling on a flat plane, right?
Right.
But then you think of the universe as being like 3-dimensional. So like the Earth is here, right? And you have to go that way for fucking billions of light or hundreds of thousands of light years to get to other galaxies and shit.
Trillions.
But dude, what if instead of going that way, you just went directly down from the Earth?
Yeah, I don't know. Or
how
directly
far does it
up.
go down that way or that way? It's expanding in every direction, infinitely. And you know what the craziest thing is too, bro?
What?
Is now they know that like not only is everything expanding, or I guess it's kind of inherent in that is that like every single thing
Uh-huh.
in the universe is getting farther from it from
Each
every
other,
other thing
each
in
other,
the universe.
yeah.
At every time, at all times. You know what I mean?
Check this out. We should write an answer. There's no answers. How big is the universe in square feet? Everyone comes to this page and they're like, oh, fuck, that's a good fucking question.
You probably gotta log in to make one. That's why nobody's. But if we can make an answer, we should put one in.
Well, we'll do that later. No one really knows, though. Someone says 5,000 square feet.
We'll
I
just
think.
put in an equation: E equals MC times GDP times 710 squared,
Equals 420 to the root factor of
69.
yeah.
Perfect.
Someone says 5,000 square feet. I think they're probably lying.
Nah, they don't know, bro. Nobody knows exactly how big the universe is. We can only even measure or try to calculate or fathom the farthest point that we can see, which is just like how far, like how long the light has traveled to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't know how to fucking put into words how to put into words like what I'm trying to say with that, but
Right.
like the fact that okay, you look up and you see a star, right?
Uh-huh.
That star that you see every single night in the sky might have been gone for 10 million years.
Yeah, you don't know how long it's gone. That's I mean, that's technically time travel, right? Like you're seeing
yeah.
something that happened in the past.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is gone.
When you look up
But
in the
you're-
sky every single night, you are witnessing
traveling.
time travel.
You're witnessing because that shit's gone, dude. It took that long for the light to get there that by the time the light gets here, that motherfucker's out.
Dude, I said 10 million years. How about try 100 million light years?
Right. Like, dude,
light years.
that thing
bro.
could have been burning for 100 million years, and the light. It took 100 million years for the light to get here, and then it's like I can't wrap my head around it.
Light years, bro.
Light years. Like
We can't wrap. You cannot, as a human living on this planet, wrap your head
No.
around what is a light year.
dude, as soon as you turn that light on, you see it. Bam! That shit's fast, right? Think about traveling that fast and it taking you a year to get somewhere. Now
Non-stop.
imagine 100 million of those.
Jesus.
It would take us fucking 100 kabillion, dillion, million, whatever, you know?
I can't yeah, I mean honestly, dude, I could talk about fucking the universe
All day
like there's nothing more fascinating to me, honestly,
than that.
as far as like what I want to like when I'm watching something on TV, it's like documentaries about that shit.
Right.
For some reason, it's
fascinates me.
It's fascinating as fuck for some
Right.
reason.
I
dude.
like it. I like it too.
It's
man.
hard to retain the information perfectly, so
Yeah.
I watched it over and over and over. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because that is some of the only shit I can watch over and over. Like movies, I have a hard time watching movies.
Yeah.
Over and over, but like really good documentaries that are done well.
Dude, I like all that shit. I like Planet Earth. I like Neil deGrasse Tyson and
David Attenborough.
Is it like what's that?
My boy right there.
Yeah, what's his new show or somewhat new show?
Well, he did the Cosmos,
The
which
Cosmos
was
was
like
good.
a reboot of
Yeah.
the old show that Carl Sagan did way back when.
That was good. And then he does this new talk show.
It's Star Talk.
Star Talk. I like that too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
dude.
man, we need more people like that. Like, not that, I mean, people will say what they want based on people like Bill Nye. Bill
Yeah.
Nye has been super out there about certain political views, and obviously, when you have certain views, certain people are gonna love you for it, and certain people are gonna hate you for it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people look at those guys as like just fucking stick men or whatever, you know what I mean?
Totally.
But I don't know. I look at fucking dudes like that, like Bill Nye and fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he's like the newer version. But when we were kids, it was fucking Bill Nye.
Totally.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And we were like at the same time. It's kind of weird when you look back.
Bill Nye, the science
Bro,
guy.
think about how we were force fed that shit.
Dude, just
growing
shoved down
up.
our throats.
Like the elementary school science curriculum was literally Bill Nye the science guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy. All right, read that for me, dude. That shit's just nuts.
Multiverse. The multiverse is a hypothetical set of infinite possible universes, including the universe which we live in. Together, these Jesus fucking Christ. Together, these universes comprise everything that exists. the entirety of space, time, matter, energy, the physical laws, and the constants that describe them.
This kid can't even read.
The miscellaneous distinct universes within the multiverse are called the parallel universes, other universes, or alternate
All right.
universes.
So yeah, I guess I shouldn't have had you read all that. Pretty much, to summarize that, dude. This is saying that right now there's a universe where me and you are doing a podcast, and I'm saying the word "it" right now. It. I'm saying that "it" right now. Then there's another universe where me and you are swimming in the pool. Then there's another universe where me and you are riding in a Ferrari. Then there's another universe where I'm sitting there and you're sitting here.
There's another
Infinite.
universe where instead of you saying it, I'm saying it.
Yes.
Or I'm saying pie. Or I'm
Dude,
saying.
infinite. Just think about that. Infinite. Like, dude, do you think that's possible? Or is it just a whack theory? Like, do you think
I don't know, man. That's the point. You know what I mean? That's why we fucking preface this shit with saying we're just two fucking meatheads talking about shit we have no business even trying to fucking fathom. But we do
Yeah.
it because it's fucking fun. It's entertaining. Like, this is the shit that
this just
I think
fucking-
about
this
when
racks
I'm
my
baked
brain,
at night,
dude.
you know?
This racks my brain.
I don't know, man. Like the multiverse, like all this shit with infinite possibilities, to me that like all screams simulation. You know,
Right?
like only
Right?
a computer could fucking generate something like that. You know what I
Totally.
mean? Nature in and of itself, at least the way it seems, the way we perceive
Like,
it,
dude.
nature seems more random. You know
Right.
what I mean? It seems natural selection. It seems like nature operates in a different way than a computer program where it just does everything that can possibly be done.
Right, but if you think about it, natural selection is kind of like a program. It's like, a bunch of simulations and you're left with the best one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It just depends. Like if you all these philosophical things,
hey,
it's like, do you look at it more left brain or more right brain? You know what I mean? Like,
have you seen the new Black one, that one new Black Mirror where it's about like the dating app thing?
yeah,
That shit's nuts, right? It's all just a
so
simulation.
fucks with my
It's
mind,
all a
dude.
right at the end you're like, wow, that was all simulation, and then they picked, the best match, and then boom, it was a match, and then it was over. I was like, that's pretty you know what I'm saying? That shit trips me out, dude.
And if there you can see it, once you mention that shit about infinite possibilities, you can just extrapolate on every topic after that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So every single one of those crazy ass stories in Black Mirror happened somewhere, or actually is happening right now as we
Yeah.
speak, right?
Yeah.
Every single thing, Jurassic Park is happening somewhere right now as we speak.
Yep.
Every single fucking thing that you can come up with in your mind that's possible with maybe that's not even possible with known physics.
Who knows?
Definitely that's not possible with known physics.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. And
Anything.
and not only is possible.
It's
the crazy
happening.
thing about the theory is not that it is possible.
It's happening.
It's that it is inevitable. It is happening, and it's always happening.
Right. Since I don't know, it might be a little stretch for me, to be honest.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if that's possible.
I think it's just
but
like
hey, anything's possible.
it's just like these big numbers, man. Like most of our minds are just not meant to be able to comprehend this shit. Obviously, there's fucking Einsteins and there's people like that.
Yep.
Fucking Tesla. You know what I mean? There's people that just see things in a different way, and it almost seems like they somehow know shit that is impossible to know. You know?
Yeah.
At least at the time frame, you know what I mean? And there's always some weird story about how supposedly, there's stories about fucking divine things, like all these crazy ideas and like these crazy things, that inventions that like shape the world were, influenced by people having crazy dreams or fucking psychedelic experiences or all kinds of crazy different shit,
Yep.
It's just weird to think about, man.
It's a very deep topic, and honestly, I feel like we're gonna dip into it quite a bit because we just like to talk. Like I'm, when we used to live together and shit, like it's all we watched.
Yeah, it was space shit.
Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman and the Cosmos.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Do you believe in black holes?
We might have room for Morgan
Oh,
up here
Morgan.
somewhere.
Morgan, where you going, dude?
I'm so happy with the Denzel, dude.
Oh, dude,
There's
it's a
one
banger.
thing I was most stoked about. Everything else we picked from the lot on the fucking site except for the Leo and the Denzel.
Yep.
I had to get the fucking
The
Man on
customs.
Fire, but I didn't just go with any Man on Fire.
No, that is.
I had to get the one with Dakota.
That's that motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Protecting the young.
Denzel was that man.
He was.
That's when it started. I mean, Denzel was always that man, but that's when it started.
That's when he got his swag.
Every role for his career after that, he always was that man. American Gangster.
Yep.
Fucking.
Training Day.
Yeah, that was like one of the first. That was the first movie.
That was
the
that's
first
what gave him his
Denzel
swag.
movie that made me fucking
That's what
love Denzel.
That's what gave him his swag piece.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, from time travel to universes to Denzel. It's your turn.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
All right, man. I wanted to ask you about this one. You played football how many years?
9,
9 years. You started playing when you were how old?
14, 13.
14 years old. So you played, and so you started playing. We started playing together. Fucking freshman year of
yeah.
high school.
I didn't
and you
play
played
Pop Warner.
3 years of college.
4. No, I played 5.
5 years of college.
I redshirted and then played 4.
Okay, so you played 9 seasons total.
Yeah.
What do you think about CTE?
It's,
As somebody who played college football, how much damage do you think you done?
Oh, this is a good one.
And would you have played if everything would have gone right in your collegiate career and everything, and you would have made the NFL? If you had aspired to get to the NFL, or whether or not you did, just you as a person right now, if you had the option to go to the NFL when you were 20, whatever, 21, 22,
right?
Would you have gone, and how long would you have played knowing what you know now and what I'm sure most players know? I'm sure most NFL players are way more up on the current CTE research than us.
So, to start, CTE is definitely real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like 1000%.
Super real.
So, with that being said, I feel like that I have done some damage for sure. Like I've had concussions outside of football that were really pretty bad. You know, probably honestly worse than football, but like I've had about 5 concussions from actually playing the sport, you know what I'm saying? Like in games and shit, and like I'm going to be real, a couple of those I kept playing. You know what I'm saying? Like I came to the sidelines and like I kind of like I snapped myself out of it and got cleared by the trainer, you know what I'm saying? And they might have been minor, but like banging your head every day is not good.
But the culture's changed too, right? I mean, getting checked by a trainer and getting sent back in the game in 2001 looks a lot different than it does in 2018. Especially people are so used to seeing, you know, the professional level and the super high collegiate level. It's not
Right.
like that everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't go under the hood or, you know, under a tent.
Right.
They don't have replay to go back and look at your hit and shit
Uh-huh.
like that. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean,
I think younger people are at a higher risk of
totally
being sent back into games that
Yeah.
they should not be.
Totally. I mean, you know, it all like on the flip side, right? Like you get paid a lot of fucking money to do that. You know what I'm saying? If I could have went to the league, I would have done it. You know, it's like boxing or UFC. You know what the fuck you're signing up for, man. I think they're kind of going a little too soft on the game. I'm not going to lie. It's the ratings are going down. You know, big hits are part of the fucking game, dude. I know they're violent.
But it's what we want to see instinctually. Why is that?
Because they're fucking badass, dude.
But that's something about our human nature, I think. You know what I mean?
I'm not the only one that thinks this, dude. The majority thinks this. You know?
I agree right along with you.
It's like,
you know what I mean? But
Like,
at the
what the
same time, things are going to change, man. The NFL will look, I think the NFL in 50 years, if it's still around, will look so incredibly different than it
here's
looks
the
now.
problem with the fucking NFL. I'm going to be 1000% real, dude. It's not the fact that they let that shit happen, right? It's the fact that they don't take care of their players after they're gone.
Yeah.
Like, damn, man. Fucking hook them up with some insurance or something.
You know what blows my mind, too? When you realize the fucking salary that Roger Goodell gets paid.
40-something
Bro,
million, right?
who play any fucking average Joe on their couch playing fantasy football on a fucking Sunday? Who would not take that job for 1/1000th of what they pay him? That guy makes what, like 30 million a year?
I think it's like 42.
40 million.
Let's
50,
see.
who the
Let's
fuck
see.
knows? He makes millions and millions of times more than what he's worth. He
Roger
sucks at his
Goodell
job to begin with.
salary. Let's see right here. Fucking fuck, dude. Fucking fuck. He just asked to raise his salary from 30 million to 49.5 million. That was in November 12th of
He did?
Yeah.
He needed an extra 19.5
Yeah,
to cover expenses as the league commissioner.
Wow, dude. $49.5 million.
Is he the most overpaid guy in America?
Fuck yeah, fuck that guy, dude. And they don't take care of none of their players after, dude. Still, to this day. They need to change that policy, dude.
I mean, that's not on him. That's on the owners. That's on the NFL as a whole.
You're
but
right.
I'm just saying.
He could conduct it, though.
Literally,
he could conduct it.
Yeah. Literally, this guy's entire job is just to fucking play nice and get along with the owners. You know what I mean? Which I get. That's in a sense that is kind of his description. Is to best convey the consensus decision making and wishes of the ownership.
He's
who
like
are the people invested.
He's like the warden.
Yeah.
He's the enforcer. He's the one that, like, sets the fines and all that shit, right?
But he just fucks up time after time, bro. Like
fucking time, dude.
The way, like, I mean, a lot of people
Time
have stopped
after time.
supporting the NFL just based on all of the shit that's gone wrong in the last like 3 or 4 years. It's not, I don't think it's as much about the CTE and the violence as people say.
Right.
I think people actually like that, whether they want to admit it or
Dude,
not.
I mean, like I said, I played football for 9 years, and you know what you're signing up for. And if you're making fucking $8 million a year to maybe take a couple hits, shit. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say I wasn't saying I wouldn't do it either, because I would.
I would do it 1,000%. That's the life, bro. And like,
but how long would you play for? You see some of these guys, like, remember the year the Niners all of a sudden had all these guys retiring, like, super young. Like, Patrick Willis is the obvious example. He was obviously injured and shit. He had some injuries throughout his career. I kind of understand why he would retire earlier more than some other guys, but there was a couple guys that just retired because they were scared of having concussions. Right. I mean, they were getting paid millions of dollars in their 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, you know?
Honestly, like, I would just play it by ear. If I made it, like, my career honestly wasn't too violent. I took a couple like big hits over the middle, but I can honestly say I never got whacked to where I didn't know where I was. I never got knocked out. I never went limp on the field.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got like, pooh, it like went really bright for a second, and then it came back.
Because I think, I mean, I am no fucking doctor, but I think those are the ones that gotta be the most damaging.
Those are when you gotta take a step back and be like, maybe I should stop doing this.
There's gotta be some kind of long-term effects from those. It's like you see fighters, bro. Like fighters that get knocked out too many times, or maybe fighters that just get knocked out once. Get one bad knockout the first time you've ever seen them get knocked out. Right. They're on a roll until then. They have that one, and it changes them. It doesn't matter how old they are. It could happen to anybody.
Honestly, my worst concussion came at science camp.
Really?
You want to hear?
You're a little kid?
Yeah, bro. Right across the street from Redwood Elementary. That camp, right? It was 6th grade. We went to camp. I was with like me, Danny, a couple stupid little homies. We were in the bathroom and we put the plunger on the mirror. And then the teacher came in and we were like scared she was gonna catch us. So I was running this way and the door was there. Showers were straight, and there was like a step. And I'm running and I try to turn to go out the door and there's water on the ground and I slip. Boom, hit the back of my head on the tile fucking step right on the corner. Boom, busted it. I was out in the shower for like 10 minutes. I woke up like soaking wet. There was a bunch of blood. I walked out. I puked right away. I puked. Like, that's when you're puking, that's a bad concussion.
Yeah, I think doesn't that usually happen a little later too? Like sometimes you puke for a while.
Right.
I think.
Yeah. I went home. My mom picked me up. I went home, got naked in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Like something I would never do. As a little boy, you're like, I was out of it, dude. Like, I just like went, got naked in the living room. She's like guided me to the shower.
It's scary to think about, man.
Took me straight to the ER.
What is that shit gonna fucking look like? In not too long.
I don't know. it's gonna be pretty boring to watch. If you're talking about the NFL, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but dude, not only the NFL, other sports too. Supposedly, soccer is like just as bad, if not worse, because of all the headers. Like once you get to high
Yeah.
levels where they're doing crazy shit like that, people get fucking kicked in the head in soccer and all kinds of crazy shit. Like
Yeah.
just because just because you're not getting hit directly in the head doesn't mean you're not necessarily getting some head trauma too. Is what I've been hearing too from some of the newer shit. You know.
Right.
It's just like whiplash. Even head doesn't even necessarily have to
Dude,
come
yeah.
into
That's one
contact
thing.
with something.
My
you know?
neck is fucked up from football,
Yeah.
for sure. 100%.
I don't know, man. It's weird. I think you're gonna see a lot of people rethinking their career at a lot earlier ages. I know, fucking Rob Gronkowski. There's all this shit in the news that like he might retire or he's
Really?
talking about it or thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
guys like that are still making fat paychecks.
Right.
You know,
It's
in
crazy.
the prime of their career, are gonna start walking away and
They can
maybe
still
doing
be
other things.
endorsed, though. That's the thing.
The main thing I think that you're going to see over long term, bro, is less and less parents are going to let their kids play football. And that's going to lead to like the best athletes playing basketball and
Totally.
playing. Maybe it'll lead to a resurgence in baseball. Probably not.
Probably not.
It'll probably be another sport. Like 50 years from now, another sport will probably be popping. It'll be like, I was going to say lacrosse, but that's basically on the same lines of football.
Yeah, nah.
It's just as bad. But it'll be some other fucking sport. If I could make one prediction for the future in sports, it's going to be like, one of the major sports is going to be gone, maybe two.
Right.
Probably football, probably maybe baseball.
Right.
And I
A
think
new one's going to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there'll be something new. Like when's the last, how come nobody's invented a new sport? When was the last new fucking sport invented to like catch on?
I've tried to sit down and actually do it, bro. It's fucking hard.
I think we tried to do that for like a school project once when we were
Like,
kids.
whoever came up with basketball was like pretty smart for their time.
Yeah, but they didn't want dunks.
I know.
Dunks used to be illegal.
I
Isn't
know.
that crazy?
Fuck that. That's the dopest part. Yeah.
It was like a cheat code once they fucking
Yeah.
people like wilt and shit. But yeah, it's crazy to just think about all the things that are still prominent in today in 2018, the things that are such a big part of our society and how far they go back and
Yeah.
the weird backstories behind them. And really, we think there's new shit, there's new technology, but like our rituals and the things that we do today are still based around a lot of the same shit that they were fucking 50 to 100 years ago.
Totally.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is. That was a good one. Football is it's honestly something that I miss very much, man, but can't get those years back. So.
I haven't seen any ill effects in you. Like, I've known you my whole life. I knew you the whole time you were playing football. You see some of these guys that get done in the NFL and, like, they don't know where they're at. They don't know what their fucking name
They're
is. They
depressed
can't
as
remember.
fuck. I was a little depressed. I'm not
They don't
gonna-
recognize people.
I was
you
more
know?
depressed, though, just because, like, I lost something I loved, you know? It wasn't because of the head trauma or whatever. So, yeah, fucking...
That's a whole nother topic is people adjusting to life after that. Any
Oh,
athlete,
yeah.
when that's all you do your whole life. You were a top recruit as a kid. People were
Yeah.
telling you that you're going to be the shit. You have basically, if you have a successful athletic career, you basically have everything made for you as far as like financially and shit while you're playing.
The
A lot
word-
of people don't plan, and then real life hits them afterwards, and that's coupled with not having basketball or
Yeah.
that thing to lean on anymore.
Bro, yeah, that's the worst, is when you're growing up, you're expected to make it, and you don't. That's when, so you're like, fuck, man, you can get real depressed. You know, when everyone tells you, oh, you got what it takes to go D1, or you got what it takes to go to the NFL, you know?
There's a lot of luck involved in that shit too.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have the right
Political
circumstances.
political poll, you know?
Even where you grow. I mean, obviously it's different nowadays. They got fucking scouts everywhere, but that's why. I mean, that's always been my beef with college football. Is I just can't get into it because it's the same fucking 4 teams every year
I
that
know.
get all the best players, and it's just like I don't. Why? Like the schedule is stupid. Why don't they schedule games you actually want to watch? I don't want to watch fucking Ohio State beat some stupid little school 66-3.
Right?
That's not competition.
not.
That shouldn't
That should never
exist
happen.
in a league that makes that much fucking money.
I know. Fucking nonprofit, right?
You know, like the fact that people will pay to go see that and watch that. Like, I realize that I probably am in the minority. I have a disconnect. Like, I never went to a college and I didn't have that sort of like.
I mean, I love college football, yeah.
School
But you're
spirit.
right. It's always Alabama, fucking Clemson.
I never felt that growing up, though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that school spirit. Like sports was the only thing that ever made me feel that a little bit.
Right. I mean, me too. I didn't like go to the rallies and be like, yeah. You know?
But there's so many people that like are in their 30s and 40s and still go to their like local fucking football games because that's what they did when they were in
Right.
college. And like I get that. I'm not hating on that at all. I'm just saying it's hard for the thing that's hard for me to relate to because I didn't have that position. If I went to a school, I'd probably be the same way.
Right.
I didn't do that. I grew up watching professional sports where like you become a fan of a team and then you become a fan of the players on the team and then
Right.
you follow the players around the league and shit. College is just like there's so many one and dones and shit, especially in basketball. Like I don't know how anybody gets into college basketball
Right.
or
Yeah.
not to say I don't know how they do, but I've tried to get into it. I can't relate to it.
Yeah, no, I don't really watch college basketball either, but when you can relate to something like I played college football,
Yeah.
so I can relate to it. And like
Exactly.
I was always watching the games like on the road when we would travel to go somewhere and play. I'd be like in the hotel watching the whatever college game was on. Like I was into it back then, so I still am a little bit. Pretty much now I only watch the college football playoffs.
It
That's
makes
like
total sense for somebody like you though, because like you were growing up
It was a
in that
passion.
culture. You and all your boys on the team
Yeah.
wanted to fucking.
we'd be sitting there
You
like
had dreams of going to this school or this school. Or you
Right.
guys would talk about like, yo, I heard this school's dope, or
Right.
you should. Everybody was trying to get on to another school.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So like thinking about it in that sense, like, oh, I probably would have been fully immersed in it too.
Yeah,
and
it was
super
just
into
like a passion of mine, and like we'd always be talking about it. Like, oh, did you see the Cal Stanford game? So fuck, I miss football, but yeah, that's a good one.
That's why I'm fucking playing this adult baseball league, man. It's just good to have something. If you grew up playing sports and you loved it, man, it's good to have something.
I gotta get out there with you.
Yeah, you did it with me the first year.
I hit a dinger.
This is
I
my
gotta-
third year doing it, man. I'm fucking loving it.
I gotta get my home run ball in here. God, that was
that.
so funny, dude. When I hit that, dude, you're like, dude, the first thing you said, what'd you say? You're like, tee 'em up, it's home run derby time.
I think I got a little too hyped.
The first baseman was pissed. He's like, come on, man, tell your homie to shut up. I'm like, hey, I just hit a dinger, man. Dinger!
Yeah, this is the first one I've seen since fucking Little League.
I
so
crushed that thing.
Of course, I was fucking wilding out, man.
Hey, that fence was like 380.
That's
or
the
something.
thing. That wasn't like the super competitive league too. You know what
No.
I mean? We were playing with dudes our age, but also some older dudes.
Right. The pitcher
it'd be
was
one
like
thing
40.
if we were playing in the fucking 18 to 25 league or some shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or the 25 and under or whatever it was.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But who the fuck cares?
Ah.
Everybody's out there fucking.
Hey, we're
making
not.
jokes.
We're 27 now, man.
Yeah, I gotta play with the old dudes.
Yeah,
now.
fuck, we're old. The hell.
It's fun though, dude. I love it.
Roger Dell. What a fucking bitch. $49.5 million. All right.
What are we? Is it? Am I up? Are you up? Where are we at here?
Sorry, I'm really high over here, to be honest. I think I'm up.
Hit me.
So honestly, I'm definitely guilty of eating super fucking fast, right? People call me Inhale Man, including yourself
Yeah.
and my mom. And when I was back visiting my mom, right, she told me that I need to slow down because it's bad for me. And I was like, oh, shut up. There's no truth to that. It doesn't matter how fast you eat, but guess what?
What?
It does.
Is
It
that right?
definitely matters, dude. Do you eat slow or do you eat fast?
It depends on what I'm eating.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think I probably eat medium. Everybody thinks they probably eat normal, right?
Right.
You eat fast though. You
I
just
eat,
inhale
dude,
your fucking food.
I clean my plate every.
If it's
like,
something good, bro, I savor it a little bit.
You
know?
do?
A little bit.
I've been working on eating slow because, look at here, it's all about eating slowly. The benefits of slow eating include better digestion, better hydration, easier weight loss or maintenance, or like it's easier to maintain your weight or lose it, and greater satisfaction with meals.
Okay, I'm gonna bro science this one.
Okay.
It's probably because your body has a longer period to understand, like, oh, we're eating. Time to get the metabolism going. Time to start the eating
Dude,
and
you're
fat
actually-
burning process. You
You're
know
actually,
what I mean?
I looked this up before I came here. I'm not going to lie, I cheated. But you're actually really close. So it takes 20 minutes approximately for your brain to tell your body, or for your body to tell your brain that it's full. It takes about 20 minutes.
So what this is all telling me is that the key part of any meal is an appetizer,
Yeah.
right? To
Pretty-
get your
yeah.
appetite going. To
Yeah.
start, and you gotta like savor it and eat it slow.
Eat it
That's
slow.
why like finger food
Yeah.
is good because it's something that you can just like fucking
Totally.
like wings or fucking fries or
Right.
something.
Well,
Obviously not something like
it's
that.
not good for you.
Or
but
eat a fucking salad, but
salad.
eat it slow.
Salad.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
And eat it slow. You gotta eat slow, dude. If you're trying to lose weight, or obviously not gain weight, you gotta eat slow. I didn't know that. Like honestly, I was like, Mom, you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? And then I started thinking, why do I eat so fast, man? Is it because I'm super high all the time? Is it?
I don't know why you eat fast, bro. You've done that your whole
I
fucking
know,
life.
but it's not like I gain a ton of weight. But like, what I'm scared is that it's like fucking up my digestion method and however my body digests food. I'm afraid it's like,
I'm sure just like anything, depending on your body and your makeup, it probably is more important to some people than
Right.
other people. But I think just as a general rule of thumb, yeah, it's probably the way to go. I feel like I do always eat more when I go to like a restaurant and I
Right.
eat and I do get an appetizer and
Right.
I like, whether it's like bread or chips or some shit, you like
Right.
want to eat some, but you want to like wait to eat your real
I mean,
food.
dude,
And it's always
I-
that battle of like not eating too much
Yeah,
bread.
yeah.
Everybody goes through that shit,
can't eat too much bread, dude. But dude, I fucking love food, man. Like
do
you were
too.
like you were saying earlier, how it's like instinctual for us to just want to fuck, like fuck. Dude, it's instinctual for me to fucking eat, man. Like
To want to eat.
I just want to fucking eat. Just fucking eat.
Well, they're the two most things that are most significant to our survival, right?
Yeah, fucking and eating.
Eat, you gotta eat,
And drink.
you gotta fuck.
And you gotta drink water.
Yeah, but really, I mean, you definitely need to drink water,
Right.
but you could just get moisture from your food if you're
Totally.
eating like a bunch of. You could survive on just
Lettuce.
fruits and shit.
Lettuce is
Probably
like
no
90% water, right?
if you ate enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eat-
that's crazy, right?
I just
How
wanna
is
eat
lettuce
fucking
90%
sleep.
water.
I don't know.
It makes sense,
Different
though.
molecular I don't know, man.
Just be really porous and hold a lot of water.
Yeah. Shit's porous, man.
It's gonna be the podcast with the most misinformation given
Yeah.
out on the whole fucking internet.
Oh my god.
But you just know that going in. We put a fucking warning up there,
Danger. Eye and ear protection required at all times. So,
so I don't. So there's nothing to complain about.
if you're
from here on out.
sensitive, get the fuck out of here.
if you're easily triggered,
if you're easily
I
triggered,
suggest exiting now.
yeah. If you're not a real one, please leave now.
Yeah, eating slowly. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one. I feel like that's the advice one of the day. Every
Yeah.
podcast we've kind of had one that's like kind of a weird one-off
Yeah,
that
the-
I'm either just reminding myself to like do this more or
Right.
like a thing that I heard.
Uh-huh.
Because the thing about this, bro, is I hear a lot of shit and we're bombarded with like a lot of facts and numbers and statistics and shit, and it's hard to like retain it all. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Especially if you're not studying it, but you're just trying to learn things in passing.
Yeah.
So when I fucking hear something that I want to remember, I catch myself writing it down now.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
This is more of a reminder to myself. I'm sure there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that eat fast, though. So to all those people out there, slow down. Enjoy your food.
All right, I got a good one for you here.
Hit me.
This is probably my favorite one of the week, at least as far as from a mind fuck perspective, right? The butterfly effect.
What is that? Is that a movie?
It is a movie with Ashton Kutcher,
Okay.
but that's not the one I'm talking. Well, I guess that is the one I'm talking about technically, because that is kind of about That is about the butterfly effect.
Okay.
But basically, the butterfly effect is just saying that it's basically like a ripple. You know what I'm saying? Like if you throw a rock in a fucking pond, the waves fucking go out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just like everything. There you go. In chaos theory, the butterfly effect is the sensitive dependence on initial conditions in which small change in one state of what the fuck word is that?
Non-linear?
Deterministic,
Oh.
nonlinear systems can result in large differences in a later state.
I
So
fucking...
basically, it's people always use the analogy like a butterfly flapping its wings can make something happen on the other side of the world. You know what I mean?
Okay. Just the wind?
Okay, here's a great example, right? This is another, probably the best example that I've heard that like is the most relatable to me. Seth MacFarlane, right?
Okay.
he was scheduled to be on one of the flights that went down on 9/11.
Damn.
Seth MacFarlane, the guy who created Family Guy and
Uh-huh.
has been doing Family Guy and all this other shit for the last fucking 15, 20 years.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
He was supposed to be on one of those planes. He got too fucked up the night before and missed
Damn.
his flight.
Wow.
If he had been on one of those flights, he would have died.
Yep.
Family Guy would
I
have
see what you're
either
saying.
never existed or it would have stopped much sooner on.
Right.
Because he's that whole show. He
He
does all
is.
the
I
voices,
know.
obviously a ton of the creative influence,
So-
at least early on.
The butterfly effect is simply you take this out of the equation and this doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, think about it, bro, because, like, think about
Or-
all the millions of people that watch Family Guy. Think about
Right.
all the millions of hours, billions of hours that have
Right.
been spent watching Family Guy. Had all those people that watched it not watched Family Guy at that time,
Right.
they would have done something else with that time.
And then
Either
it-
done something productive or watched a different show that would have influenced them in
Right.
different ways throughout their life that might have made them
Changed
make
their life.
other decisions different that
Yeah.
ended up being huge.
Right.
You know?
And there's a million of those.
How weird is that,
Oh,
dude?
it's so dude, that just is too big to even comprehend too. Like you could also flip it the other way. Like instead of taking something out of the equation that changes X, Y, and Z, you could put something in. You could make a choice that you you could put something in that would change X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing, the best part to like take away from it, I think, is like
The
it's
choices.
it's a weird
it's-
fucked up thing to
the
like
choices
think about
you
at
make.
first, and then you realize that it's almost kind of empowering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It like it makes you realize that like you have the power to fucking control things that you may not even realize,
Right.
and just by going, as long as you like stay the path,
Mhm.
it might venture off, you know what I mean, in different directions,
Right.
and you might not even realize you're going in those directions at the
Mhm.
time. But as long as you like stay the course,
Yep.
if you do the right things, you're gonna get the fucking right results.
Just make
you
the
know what I
right.
mean?
Try to make.
Or you're gonna get unpredicted results, but it's gonna be the results that came from what you did,
Well, the
or
right-
what was done elsewhere.
the best choices you can make. Yeah.
Just like the universe and shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's kind of fucking
Right.
big picture, like, but I don't know.
The-
It's just weird to think about.
It is.
I forgot all about this movie though. I think I might have seen this.
2004, dude. We were 14 years old.
Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this. He's like dating this hot chick. Everything's good. He fucks around, some kind of butterfly effect shit, some kind of notebook, crazy shit. And he comes back with like no arms and he's in a wheelchair and the hot chick's
Yeah,
dating
yeah,
like the nerdy dude. And you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I mean, I've seen it. It's been a while. I don't retain movies that well, to be real. Like when people are like, yeah, you remember that one part and that, and I'm like, no.
Bro, I always think
I
I haven't seen
remember-
a movie and I start watching it in 20 minutes and I go, oh fuck, I seen this.
Really?
Yeah, all the time,
Damn.
dude.
I'll remember like the beginning, middle, and end. That's it.
I got a bad memory, but straight up, dude, it's been bad my whole life, way before I started smoking weed.
Yeah, me too. Weed doesn't make it any better, dude. I forget shit. I'll walk down to my car and be like, oh, I forgot my keys. You know, like.
Definitely does not make it better.
And it's because I just took 8 bong rips, and just run out. I literally just hit the bong and walk out with nothing. I did it today on my way over here.
It's just crazy to think about, dude, the decisions that you have made in your life, the decisions that you made today
Mm-hmm.
that are going to have unintended consequences
Yeah,
10 years from now that you won't even,
right.
maybe even, you might not even realize 10 years from now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you're able to look back at it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like-
Look back at it. Look back at it.
But like, you
Maddie.
think about like if I hadn't have watched this one fucking video here on YouTube, maybe we would have never started a YouTube
Right.
channel, which opened up all kinds of other doors for us.
We might not even be friends now.
Yeah, who knows? You
could've-
might have fucking went off to college. That might have been like the one thing that kept us kind of like in constant contact and
Right.
shit. Because that's what happens, bro. People drift apart. You're the only person I still know from like my childhood.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Pretty
Tons
much.
of people that I thought I would like know and be friends with forever.
Yeah.
That's kind of another lesson too, bro. To like young people
Mm-hmm.
that get so caught up in like
This guy
The-
doesn't like me.
the world and what
Yeah.
other people think of them. Like,
Yeah, like, dude-
the reality is, it's most likely that in 10 years,
Right.
those people aren't gonna give a fuck
Once you get
about
out-
you, and you're not gonna give a fuck about
Once
them.
you get out of those educational, I don't know what to call them, like
The
educational,
educational systems.
like just like that little small little
School's
world.
a weird thing, bro.
It is, bro. Let's not. I mean, dude, we could go out. We should bring that up. You know, like it's a security blanket. That's the way I look at it. And as soon as you step out of that, you realize the world's yours. You could move to fucking Brazil tomorrow, learn fucking their language, make new friends, get a job. Like
That's like really inspiring to some people and really terrifying to some people.
I think it sounds dope. You know, I mean, it is scary though.
When the first time you get out on your own, bro, whether
Yeah.
you're 18 or
It's scary.
the first time you realize that like you're the only one who's gonna support you, and
Right.
you're the only one who's gonna make sure the bills get paid. Otherwise, you're the only one who's gonna suffer the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
That first realization, no matter what time in life that happens to you,
Scary.
like it's scary for everybody
Yeah.
at first. You
And
know
then,
what I mean?
yeah, you just gotta flip it. And
But
like,
yeah, if you take that, like that first 18, you know, when you hit 18, that first year or whatever, or whenever you move out of your parents' house or your childhood situation and you
Right.
get out on your own, and that first year of being an adult, bro, like that's
Scary.
the most empowering year of your life as far as like building your confidence and
Mm-hmm.
shit. It starts off the scariest, but if you can just get through it, you're like, all right, I finally feel like I can actually get through some real life shit
yeah,
now.
you gotta flip it, make it empowering.
Yeah.
Because the struggle builds you, man. That shit builds character. You know.
I was editing one of the podcasts, and one thing that you said stuck with me. It was something about like how when you're a kid, you like always think that your parents got shit figured out,
Yeah.
and then you realize
They
that like
don't.
when you get to a teenager, you think you have shit figured out, and then when you're 20s, you realize you didn't have shit figured out. Then like
Yep.
you always think you have shit figured out until you realize that
You
like
don't. You never
you
do.
don't have shit figured out, and no one around you has shit figured out.
No.
You know what I mean?
Even when you got millions of dollars, dude, you don't have it figured out.
Everybody's got something. Everybody's got fucking room to grow. Everybody's got something that they need to
Yep.
work on. Everybody's got something that they need to,
Totally.
you know. I think the whole key to fucking being happy, bro, is progress.
Totally.
You know,
Keep going
and
up.
like bettering, like personal progress, like trying to
yourself.
be a better version
Yeah.
of yourself. You know,
Totally.
I don't know.
The butterfly effect.
That's a good one though. I think
That is a good one.
it's something I definitely. It's not really something you can learn about per se. It's just
Right.
something you like think about and theorize about. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird. Ashton
Alright.
Kutcher.
Yeah, Purple Kush.
Fuck, I'm that guy.
This is was that 5?
I got one more here for you.
Well, was that am I up or are you up?
You're up.
Okay. I got one. This one's pretty funny. Why do people talk to pets and babies like fucking retards? Why do we do that? Hey, you do. Why do we do that shit?
Hey, puppy.
Hey, puppy. I do it to my
I
dog.
do it too. Everybody does it.
Hey, baby.
It's so funny when you see a fucking. Why is that? Why
Why?
is that like human nature to do that? I think people. I bet you all cultures don't do that. You know, I bet you like people that raise their kids fucking in the jungle and have to like carry them on their backs. I bet you they're not doing that
No.
shit with their kids. I bet you there's places in the world, like maybe this is an American thing. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. It's so weird, though.
Hold on, go down right there.
Well, where are we? What are you talking about?
Linguists have studied the characteristics.
Oh,
The
they
way
studied
people
it.
Talk to babies and to pets and found a great deal of overlap.
The
Infant direct speech, also known as motherese.
Higher pitched, yeah, and slow articulation. Okay. I don't.
I think it's just if I had to guess, but with kids, I think it's just something that they respond to. Like you're trying to send off good vibes to them. I think so many people are like,
So yeah, I've thought about it a little bit too, honestly. Like after I initially thought about it, and I was like, it's probably us just trying to let the dog know that like when they hear that sound, we are talking to them.
yeah,
Since they
that
can't
pitch.
since they can't understand English, you know, obviously they can understand like no and shit, but that's more of just like that no. Like you say it the same every time.
Yeah,
So when you want them to know that you're happy, you talk to them like this. And
Yeah,
we,
I think like
you
it's
know?
saying there's some overlap between people,
Right.
or between babies and between dogs. Like
Right.
dogs, you just want to keep consistent. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like
Right.
I got fucking 4 dogs, bro. I
Mhm.
do the same. I talk to all my dogs the
Yeah.
same. They all know the same commands. It's the same
But
thing
you talk
across
to
the
them
board.
that way. What I'm saying is, when you talk to them that way, because you want them to know whether you're angry or mad. When you're angry, it's no. When you're happy, it's hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's up, copper?
Yeah.
Like
You know, that way they know just by the
the
tone
pitch and the tone.
whether
Yeah.
they need to pay attention, whether it's playtime,
Right.
whether it's time for this, time for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think for humans, we do it for different reasons. I think it's more just to make it easier to understand.
Right.
Because you don't want to. Someone like me is terrible. That's one thing I'm trying to get better at on this podcast
Uh-huh.
is enunciating better
Me
and
too.
stop using as many filler words. That's
Yeah,
one thing
like-
I think we're both going to get personally out of this more than anything else is we're going to be forced to listen to ourselves
I know.
talk so much that we're going to be forced to improve our speech patterns.
Yeah, I gotta cut out all the like, you know what I'm saying, and shit
Yep.
and fuck and all that stuff.
The shits and fucks are fine as
Yeah.
long as there's some some content
Some
in
substance
between.
to it, yeah. But yeah, I hate hearing myself say, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying.
Too many
I,
likes, too many non-means.
I'm pretty good with the likes. I don't say like.
A lot of people do. That's probably
I
the
know.
number one
Like
that everybody does.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we talk to babies that way because, yeah, that makes sense right there, what it says on this article right here. You know, we talk to a baby, you want to slow it down. Higher pitch is easier to hear rather than a lower pitch like this.
Same thing with a baby though. You're also trying to teach a baby like
Well, no,
right
that's
from
what I said,
wrong.
a baby.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying same thing as with the dog for the
Oh,
pitch.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You want them to know that like it's a good mood, and you also
Uh-huh.
just want overall. I think people just like see babies and they don't want to be a dick to a baby for
Right.
no reason.
Yeah.
So even like people that don't have kids or whatever will like sometimes. I think what you're saying is kind of at least in American culture, which is all I have experience with in
Right.
depth. It's super prominent. Everybody does that. You'll
It's-
see a biker dude.
Oh, look at the baby!
You'll see a huge ass fucking
Yeah.
big old biker dude get off a Harley
Mhm.
and fucking go over to his little Chihuahua and talk to it like it's a little, just like that. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know what that is. It's something. You're right. It's something
funny,
weird
right?
with the way we.
It's just something funny that you never really think about when you like in the moment.
You do it
You just-
subconsciously.
it's just a norm, you know. But then you take a step back and you're like, wow, that girl just walked in with this baby, and we all just acted like 4-year-olds. You need, hey, look at the baby. Ooh, look at the baby. You know?
I do it with my fucking dogs all the time.
Yeah.
Bro. You guys want a treat?
Yep.
Or no, put it down.
Yep.
Leave it. You know what I mean?
I thought that was a pretty good one.
It's imagine if you walked around all the time talking in your
Like,
dog
yeah.
voice.
No.
If guys walked around all the time talking in the mad voice and girls walked around all the time talking in the high pitched
There'd be
voice,
a
some of them do,
There'd be a lot more fucking going on, I think.
or none.
Or none.
If everything was like, "Hey,
Hey.
put it down." I mean, hey, how you doing? All right, I got my last one here is kind of another little mindfuck. How insane is overnight shipping? When you think about the logistics.
Dude, yeah, I don't know how they make any money on it.
I threw a couple little tidbits in here. FedEx
Yeah,
number one
overnight
hub.
shipment.
Their number one hub is in Memphis, Tennessee.
Who?
FedEx.
Yeah, that's where the hub's at.
Memphis, Tennessee. Which you think about, you're like, why the fuck is it in Tennessee? But you think like geographically,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily for the U.S., but for like all the places that they ship to most, it's the best. For whatever reason, the
Right.
best location in the U.S.
Do they provide global overnight shipping?
I'm pretty sure they do. So Anchorage, Alaska is the 4th largest cargo airport in the U.S., again, because of geography. So you think about all the biggest airports, the 4th biggest is
Uh-huh.
in Anchorage, Alaska, where there's barely any people compared to all the
What?
big metropolitan cities
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Um,
Wow, that's insane.
Amazon ships, and then I wrote, what about Amazon?
Yeah, right.
You know, because Amazon ships over 1 million packages a day, and
Oh
they just
my
started their
God.
own fleet. So they're basically going to cut out the middleman. They're
Really?
not going to need fucking
UPS
FedEx
no
to
more
ship their
UPS?
shit. No UPS, no
Oof.
USPS. They're just cutting out the middleman, bro.
Dude.
You're going to get your shit direct from Amazon. So they're going to be on the line for every every part of the process. You know what I'm saying?
We need to buy Amazon stock.
I mean, I think people have been saying that for the last fucking 10
I said
years.
it 10 years ago. I had no money.
Fuck, dude.
Fucking A, dude. That's insane.
But,
Well,
dude, it's just weird to think about.
goodbye, government post systems.
If you ever have time, sit down and watch there's some like a 7-minute YouTube video about like what it takes to logistically to actually get overnight shipping done, especially to like remote places.
Hey, trust me. I've thought about it.
It's just crazy, dude. Like I hadn't you go and you do it.
You're like,
and you
hey,
pay
I
for
need
it,
this to be in Florida tomorrow.
and you're like, damn, that's expensive. And then you fucking sit back and realize, like, what am I complaining about? Look at what is available, the fucking service that is available to people now.
Right.
Imagine how long it would take to get some shit to somebody in Florida in 1950.
Oh my God, probably fucking 4 months by buggy. Just
Or right before they invented cars, whatever that was.
when it was
the first cars went pretty slow, right?
yeah.
Probably only went
When it
30
was
or
like
40.
train shit, dude, it would probably take like fucking a month to get to Florida. Right? Just on the railroad.
I don't know, man. It's just fucking crazy to think about.
It's a very intricate system. I'm not going to lie. That's very impressive that we can do that. And if it's really global, that's even crazier.
It's funny. We didn't really know like what we just decided to start filming this fucking podcast. We didn't
Right.
really know like what it was gonna evolve into, and we still don't really know. But what
No.
I kind of feel it evolving into is just like
How
at
fucked
least
up
what
this
I
world
write.
is.
It's just mind fucks.
Yeah.
It's just things that like happen to me in daily life or occur to me and just fuck with my mind a little
like,
bit.
Throw
you
you,
know what
for
I
a
mean?
loop.
That
You know?
make you be like, wait a minute.
How?
How is that
How?
possible? Or how do they pull that off? Or that's amazing.
Yeah.
Or that I can't.
Or this
a lot
is
of it is shit I'm confused
or this
about,
is fucked
honestly.
up, or or just pointing out like shit that throws our mind, shit we think about, you know.
It's pretty crazy when you think about all the shit that gets shipped all around the world every single day.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
And
to get shipped.
and like the fact that like that whole entire process has to keep moving in order for like what probably the majority of businesses to operate, at least businesses in sales.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's going to happen to retail stores in fucking 50 years? Are they still going to be around?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think it's going to be
Probably
more of
not.
like a virtual shopping experience where you can put on a fucking VR headset and just
Dude.
go into a fucking store. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I did that for a college project, bro. I swear, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it was virtual grocery shopping. It was like a game, and we would like there's like perks where you could like go around and like start a fight with somebody and like collect points and shit. Like, but yeah, it was a virtual shopping game. I swear to God, dude. Like, it was for Miss Turner's class. Like, I'll never forget it, dude. Like when I heard about, because I've heard about that shit. I think we were talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I saw a YouTube video about it and it
Yeah.
fucked with my mind. YouTube, man. How
Yep.
crazy is YouTube? Even you look at the fucking timeline of YouTube and just the shit that's available to us
Right.
now. Do you remember when YouTube was ad free and it was just like
Yeah.
it just worked and it was just direct, nothing
Yep.
but content?
Yep.
It's crazy.
We're on YouTube right now.
We are.
All right, here's my last one, man. So this has always been a great quote that stuck with me, and I thought about it the other day, honestly. I don't know the exact quote, but it's a fear quote from the movie After Earth with Will Smith and his son. It pretty much explains like first off, what are your takes on like what's your biggest fear? That's what I want to know
My biggest fear in life?
in life. Yep, like or what's your biggest fear? Like flying, death, like those are.
I mean, my biggest fear is probably regret, right? Just like getting old and looking back and being like, man, why did I waste my whole fucking life? Or why did I spend this many years doing this? Or why didn't I do this? But I think that's everybody.
Right.
So I'm going to think of something more tangible and personal to me. I hate heights, bro.
Yeah,
I do not
that's
like
a great
heights.
one. That's honestly that's like the
I haven't really been into fucking roller coasters since I was a kid. Like, I finally got into them once I got a little bit older. Like, when I was a little kid, I didn't like them. I didn't like them until I was like 13, 14.
right.
And then I kind of started to like them, but I still didn't like the ones that could fucking hang upside down from high-ass spots. You know what I mean? I just always thought, like, what if that shit breaks?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, the internet's down, so it's not working. So I'm gonna look it up on my phone. Sorry. We are having some technical difficulties.
Wouldn't be real without some Some technical difficulties.
So, the fear quote from After Earth. See what
It's
it says
another
here.
Will Smith banger.
Yep.
Did you see William Smith commented on our last
Yeah.
pregame video where we're bumping Will Smith? It
Yep.
says Will Smith approved.
Yep. All right, so dude, check this out. This is real. It says the only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future, right? Fear is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at the present time or may ever not ever exist. I'm totally butchering this. This is near insanity, right? So if you're thinking about it from that perspective, right? I'll finish the quote. Do not misunderstand me. Danger is very real. Danger is very real, but fear is not. Fear is a choice, right? Like
Fear of the unknown is a choice.
fear
Fear of getting run over by the
that's
car.
That's danger, though.
Yeah, but shouldn't
That's
you
danger.
be fearful of danger?
Fear is something that is made up in the mind. Danger is like when you're in immediate like if you're gonna get hit by a car, that's danger. That's not you. You could fear getting hit by a car, right?
Yeah.
But it may never happen. So therefore, it's like a form of insanity because you're worrying about something that's never gonna happen. Okay.
I definitely see your point.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
But
if you're afraid of flying and the whole time you're on the plane and you're afraid it's gonna crash and it never does.
That's been me. I hated flying
Me
for
too.
the longest time.
Me too.
I've finally gotten used to it and comfortable with it, but I hated it for the longest time.
But like fear, just fear itself is not real. It's manifested, you know?
It's definitely a construct of just your psyche and your mind. I think, here's what I think. I think fear has been essential to get us to this point. I think fear is the only thing that protects us from danger. But I also think that in today's society, there's so few things. We are in so little real danger.
Right.
We are never in danger
most of the time. But people fear everything.
Yes.
Because it's like on the news, it's like murder and this and that and like.
But I wonder if that's programmed into us. I wonder if we had to have fear at one point to stay safe from fucking saber-tooth tigers and fucking whatever other shit we were running from at the time. And maybe if that's just gonna take a couple more hundred or a couple thousand more years.
I mean, here's the best example. If you're walking down a trail, right, and you're in fear that you're going to see a tiger, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're not living your life.
Yeah.
You shouldn't fear the tiger until you see it. And at that point, once you see the tiger, it's not fear anymore. It's danger. So you can literally cut fear out of your life. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it as like fear versus danger, you know, like
I think it's just the important thing is to be fearful of logical things, like of immediate be fearful of things that may present immediate danger. If it doesn't present immediate danger, you shouldn't be fearful of it. But if you're just never fearful, if you go on a hike in somewhere that you've never been in Africa and somebody goes, hey, 3 people got eaten by a tiger on this thing last week, and you go, I don't let fear play a part in my life. And you just say, fuck it, I'm going to be looking up at the trees. I'm not worried about no fucking tigers. Or you can be like, all right, I'm going to keep an eye out for the tiger. I'm going to try to enjoy myself, but...
That's just preparedness, though. Like, if you should probably bring a gun. You're dumb if you're like, oh, no, I'm good. I'll just go without a gun. You know, I don't fear the tiger. I get what you're saying. Like... But that's more of just being prepared. Like
logic. It comes down to logic.
It's logic.
Again.
It's like, okay, 3 people died from this fucking tiger. I'm gonna bring a strap. You know, like.
Just use logic.
Yeah.
Which will lead to preparedness.
But don't fear every fucking thing, man, because life goes by like fucking that. You know, and like if you fear everything, if you fear flying, you're never gonna go anywhere. Like,
I think the biggest one that's probably the most relatable to the most people out there is fearing what others will say or think of you if you act like your real self or if you express your real thoughts or feelings or interests.
Right.
I think you see a lot of people out there today trying to fit into the box that they think everybody else thinks they should walk and talk and think and act like.
Right.
And I just don't think that's
Yep.
the way to being truly happy. And obviously I do not have the key to happiness in any way.
Nobody does.
It's different for every person.
Dude, another great Will Smith movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. Fucking badass. We never really truly find it, but
Will Smith is getting so much love on this podcast.
He is, man. I mean, he says it best right here, though, at the end, man. Like, fear is near insanity. Do not misunderstand. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. Fear is a choice at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to fear the right things, like you're saying, but to me, that's like preparedness and logic more than fear. But fear's a choice, You got to choose to not live your life in fear, to me.
I think in today's society, especially, as men, like, what do we really have to fear? That a bigger dude's going to come along and beat you up? That's like the worst thing that's going to happen, right?
Right.
As women in certain circumstances, I
Yeah.
understand being fearful of certain things, but I get the point of what you're trying to say is, like, don't let illogical fears hold you back from doing the shit that you would otherwise want to do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard for people, you know
It
what I
is,
mean?
it
It's
is.
another one of those things, like I'm saying, bro, like we all got shit we got to
We
work
all
on.
got our shit, man.
And that's like
100%.
that's another thing that I'm happy we're doing this, cuz it's like we're putting it on wax, dude. Like
Right.
if I say that, like, I'm this way and I need to work on this and I need to
Yeah.
change this, or we need to grow in this way,
That's real.
I'm like holding myself accountable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By putting it out there like that, you know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
think if more people were like introspective and thought about how, like, they really feel, how they view themselves, how happy
Right.
they are with what they're doing,
Mhm.
instead of looking outwardly,
Right.
I think more people would just be more
Themselves.
fulfilled in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. That was a good one. I think that's a nice positive one to leave people on
You like that one?
after some of these crazy mind fucks and some of the
Yeah.
reality that is a lot of the negativity in the world right now.
That one was more direct. It's just kind of like I'm fearful of a lot of stuff too, and I just wanted to end it on that was gonna be the hook, line, and sinker for the day is just to try to eliminate fear from
It's
your
another
life.
good thing to remind yourself, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
writing these things, saying these things, talking about these things. I'm going to hear this back in my head 17 times when I fucking edit it.
Yeah,
Like, it's subconsciously, those things,
it's gonna
it's good to
eliminate
tell yourself those things and reinforce those
Yeah.
ideas, you know?
eliminate some fears in your life.
Yeah.
I'm working on it currently too. So
Yeah. All right, man, I got to catch this flight. Let's get out of here.
yeah, let's get out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of the Real Ones Podcast. I'm Danny Flavors.
I'm Shane O'Mac.
We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Great. And I'm out.
Peace.